Okay, so this is a little bit more about my idea for a TV show based off of my book, A Gang of Daggers. Ideally, what's going to happen with this show is you're going to get a bunch of kids in high school who they want to be actors, they want to be stars, they want a chance, and you're going to give them that chance. You're literally going to train these kids, or allow themselves to be trained in their practice, the art of being an actor. And on top of that, you're going to, it would be encouraged that they learn skills such as like learning another language, and also like what I would, if I was part of the program, like as a producer or whatever, I would encourage these kids, like, look, you need to develop a hobby. There's something that, basically some sort of skill, whatever. It doesn't matter what it is, but it's basically, it's your hobby that, and you pursue it, and really you expand on it, or you understand it fully. It could be anything. Like, one guy, a kid wants to learn or focus on cars, and whatever way he can, it's like, yeah, he learns about cars and mechanics, and this and that. And a guy wants to really learn about medicine, so that'll be his thing, and so because that kind of works into the character as well. The actor is going to create his own character, and it's since I'm not really going to want these kids to feel you're going to have to learn steady lines while you're going to school, and while you're acting, this and that. It's like, nah, I don't want that to happen, so that's why it's going to be the semi-reality based show. And then on top of that, we would even bring in kids from around the world, from around the country and around the world that say, like, this is an amazing show. I want to be a part of it, and do auditions, and and if they have qualities and skills, yeah, bring them in. And I just know how we could work them in too. So you can imagine, you get some kid from Japan who's like, hey, I would love to be part of this show. And like, so how do you write in his character? You write him in as an immigrant. It's like, yeah, he's just like, he's part of some poor family living in the inner city, and the poor kid gets stuck going to the school, and he doesn't got any friends, and so they snatch him up into this the Gang of Daggers, and I think that just work out. It'd be pretty amazing and neat how that'd work out, and yeah, it's why not? It'd be amazing to work these kids into that. And if people worried or complain, like, well, it's too violent, the subject matter, and it's for kids, and even like, and especially approaching the high school. If the high school is like, we're not really that comfortable about a show that deals specifically in violence, and it has a violent subject matter at a high school. And I would say, the thing to realize is, it's not about the violence; it's about the acting. The violence is just the story. It's or that's just part of the story. The point of the show is to give these kids an opportunity to act, to really put forward their skills, and to basically put their names on the map. Because these guys, they want to go on and become actors. Well, here's their chance. And they're going to make some money off of it, and it's going to really teach them some skills. And it's not even the kids doing the acting, because we'll employ these kids as the staff for the show. As the extras, and in particular the production assistants, writers, costume, makeup, like you name it. All these guys are going to be involved in making the show. That's why you'd have it. You're literally going to teach all these people hands-on the crafts, and hopefully it's a good enough show. That it works out. And it's not going to be these ridiculous, high school dramas you see. Yeah, it's going to be a ridiculous show. Yeah, but it's going to, I would hope it would really have like a weight to it, and something that just make people like, wow, just make them, it would blow their mind in terms of like what they're witnessing. And then you get, as time goes on, the kids that graduate or die, quote unquote, they come in, or they can come back years later and play the bad guys, these other characters. Just put makeup on them, or certain costumes. That way, it's hard to recognize them. But even then, like, yeah, if they're a good actor, and yeah, we want it back, yeah, bring it back. So it's kind of like with Deadwood and how they kept bringing back this one actor, like 3 times they brought him in. But anyways, so so imagine like any kid across the country could be like, they get into junior high and everybody's like, hey, I would love to be part of the show. I like swords, I like sword fighting. I like, the show. I really want to do it and be a part of it. So, yeah, they send in a demo tape, and like, okay, we would bring them on. They could, live in a hostel or a dorm situation, and just, like I said, like Harry Potter, kind of thing. And I'm sure their parents would love it and get a kick out of it, because they're in New York. It's all these, resources and things are available to them, and and they're going to a grade A school, and they're learning a really good craft, and they're making money on top of that. So, but I mean, that's just my thing.